How's it going, movie fans? My name is Jonathan and I am a man of movies, and today I'm going to get into Amazon Prime's newest action sci-fi film. Now, is it as bad as the trailers made it out to seem, or was it a pleasant surprise? Let's get into The Tomorrow War is directed by McKay and written by Zach Dean and starring Chris Pratt, J.K. Simmons, Yvonne Strahovski, and Sam Richardson. A man is drafted into a future war where the fate of humanity relies on his ability to confront his past. Chris Pratt not only proves to me that he is leading man material, but that he could also lead a pure action film. Long gone are the days of Andy Dwyer from Parks and Rec. Maybe not Star-Lord completely, but I just thought that Pratt was able to deliver both a believably vulnerable and caring father figure and a resilient military tactician. And not once was I led astray because he never leans to one side more than the other, and it added to his complexity of a character that would be worthy of a sequel. And not to say that there's gonna be a sequel, because I heavily doubt that there will be. It's kind of crazy because the film looks so generic from its marketing, guys, but it's very far from it. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes in the beginning to establish Pratt's character and his motives right before the future time travels to the past to try and recruit the whole world to this war that takes place in their future. The stakes never feel lowered because it's a singular film, and the dire circumstances that the whole world finds itself in is full of emotion and social commentary. Don't think that you're going to be able to shut your brain off here, because you won't. There is a lot to think about. There's commentary about the ethics and principles of forcing a military draft on people that may make you rethink your stance on the issue and how unprepared or innocently ignorant outsiders are to those that have experienced this war and have PTSD. The film was surprisingly topical and, like I mentioned, full of emotion, with the emotion coming from a developed humanistic viewpoint, with Yvonne Strahovski's Colonel character playing the most integral part in the film, in my opinion. Strahovski is in the film, but only for the second act, no more, no less. But even in that time, she was able to prove to me that she's one of the best talents working in Hollywood today, with playing a convincingly polar opposite character than her narcissistic Handmaid's Tale counterpart, Serena Joy. J.K. Simmons and Sam Richardson are also in the movie, but not as much as I wanted them to be. They add specific characteristics that could have made this film more of an ensemble piece, and while it is still that, it's to an extent, with the film really focusing on Chris Pratt and Yvonne Strahovski's relationship. The pacing of the film is another highlight in this movie. Many people are comparing it with The Terminator meets Edge of Tomorrow, and I do see it, especially with its pacing. Not to say that there aren't moments of levity, but that those moments add proper reinforcement to the action so that the direction never feels forced or that the writing never feels cheesy, and it all flowed so well up until the third act. After it being one of the most original action films of the year, the writing got lazied and floundered, with it retreating back to action tropes like mindless explosions and a shameful resolution. The threat of the aliens caused literal global extinction, and I'm supposed to believe that it can all be quickly and cleanly resolved in 10 minutes. At that point, I had my brain turned off, but it was still entertaining nonetheless. And let me just touch on this before I wrap it up quickly, but the CGI and cinematography in this film is so Oscar worthy. The creatures are so distinguishable, and there is a scene toward the end of the second act that is so beautifully caught on camera in this military research raft that it left my jaw on the ground, and you'll know what I'm talking about if you see it. To wrap it all up, The Tomorrow War was an epic action film that tried to evade many tropes, and even though that third act was quickly resolved, the effectiveness of the story was striking. The Tomorrow War is a repeat watch. Those are just my thoughts. Have you seen the Tomorrow War? Is it as generic as the trailers made it seem? Or like me, did you end up really enjoying your time with this one? Let me know in the comments below. But like always, like this video, share this video with family and friends, and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, movie fans.